Who could have imagined that Teaneck, New Jersey would become a hotbed of pro-jihad, anti-Israel, pro-Hamas, pro-so-called Palestine activism? And who would have imagined that the Jews of that town would have come out strong for a counter-protest? I got some hot video right here. Now, what's that triangle that he's making? You see that triangle? He's making this triangle. That's the new Hamas version of this. Like, I'm going to kill you, right? Because they make these like red triangles, and the red triangles symbolize like, I'm going to attack you exactly. And they make these social media posts where they put the red triangles over soldiers' heads or Jews. I've gotten many a red triangle on Twitter, a picture of me and a red triangle. So what that means is I'm going to murder you. I'm going to ethnically cleanse your people. I want to kill you. And every time when, God forbid, soldiers get hurt, they put up these triangles as well, saying like, look what we've done. So that guy means what he's saying. He's saying, I want to strike at you. It's just like this. It's just like that kind of sign. Like I want to murder you. I'm going to off you. Okay. So just so you know what level we hit there in Teaneck, New Jersey. Along with the Free Palestine folks are what looks like Orthodox Jews. Now, these guys, right, they've got a belief system. These are called Neturei Karta. They are a small sect of Orthodox Jews, supposedly Orthodox Jews, because what they believe is that the Jewish state should not have appeared yet. They believe that a Jewish state can only appear when the Messiah comes and, announces that it's time to return to the land of Israel. Till then, it's not allowed. Because they've got a watch that can tell God, no, it's not time yet. They're so religious that they know better than God when the ingathering of the exiles is. So they're out there against the Jewish state. Okay, you know what? Look, that's madness. It's kookiness. But all right, you can have your religious ideas. You can believe that it's not time for the ingathering of the exiles. I guess that's reasonable, at least argumentatively or, religiously. I can understand where you're coming from. You're wrong. Couldn't be wronger. But to stand next to the murderers, people who call to murder the Jewish peoplehood, that is way past the line. You are not now, like in good taste, having a debate of whether or not, yes or no, should the Jewish state be born in our time. You are lining up with the Hitlers, who would have happily murdered you as well. And of course, they use you as the ultimate useful idiots. And that's what you are, as useful idiots. Not useful to our peoplehood, but useful to the other side. And it's just horrific to see them out there standing. Again, you don't believe that there should be a Jewish state? I could live with that. But to stand with the jihad, with Iranian proxies, with the Hamas, with the rapists, the baby killers, despicable. Despicable. And yes, we discount you as minorities and as out to lunch sects, but still, though, it is not a sanctification of God's name for sure. Let's keep going. There is something good coming right up. Free, free, free Palestine. And look what the poster that they have is. They have Main Street, Patterson, New Jersey, which they renamed Palestine Way. It officially happened that the city of Patterson, New Jersey, renamed Main Street in Patterson as Palestine Way, which I think is great. I think it's great. If more self-identified Palestinians are tired of the life in Israel and they can't live with a Jewish state, they can't accept that their cousins, the Jews, are back in the land, they can't respect our rights, they can't be happy with the fact that they have 22 Arab countries and over 50 Muslim countries. And if they just can't deal with Israel, even though it says in the Quran that the Jewish people belong in the land of Israel, even if they can't stand all that stuff, there is an outlet for them. And that's Main Street, Patterson, New Jersey, Palestine Way. Ahlan wa sahlan, you should be successful. and more self-identified Palestinians who don't feel comfortable living in the Jewish state should move to Patterson. And there's other towns and places around the world, other countries. Scotland has said that it's going to take people, refugees, and so did Canada, and Belgium's got a lot. Australia is willing to take some. There's a lot in South America, and certainly places like Jordan and Egypt. If Arabs want to leave to go to those countries, then I say, Allah be with you. Be successful. I am all the way about Palestine Way. Palestine Way is great. Palestine Way is beautiful. Palestine in Patterson. Now, I'm sure that some viewers are going to say, Yishai, but you want to bring the jihad to Patterson? No, the jihad should be subdued wherever it is. And the American police and FBI, etc., should make sure that there's no jihadism there. But my goal is to make sure that Israel haters don't live in Israel anymore. Okay? So if they need to find a new life in Patterson, New Jersey, then Allah be with them. And they should be successful. And I hope to make good American citizens, loyal American citizens. And we can discuss if they can or cannot do that. But hey, you know what I mean? I got to watch out for the Jewish state. And in general, again, I'm sure that the American FBI and the American security services will make sure that there's not going to be jihadism in America. But, but one thing is for sure, if anybody tells you that Palestinians are not willing to leave Gaza no matter what, here they are with a big poster in New Jersey talking about Palestine Way and Main Street, Patterson. And notice Patterson, Palestine, there's a similarity there. So I say free Patterson, free Patterson, and go have a good life there, and God bless you, and let us have our Jewish state amongst those Arab states that can, of course, will respect us. And that's called the Abraham Accords. That's the future way forward in this region. But if you can't deal with that, go to Patterson and the Palestine Way. Let's keep going with the protests in Teaneck.
Bring them home! Bring them home! Bring them home! Bring them home! Bring them home!
Okay, so I must comment a few things. First thing, I want to say kol hakavod, all the respect to my Jewish brothers and sisters and probably lovers of Israel who are out there protesting in Teaneck, and they're telling the jihadis, hey, you come into my town, it's not going to be quiet. We're going to make a big noise about it. We're going to come out in numbers and in strength. And I say again, really, all the respect to the brothers and sisters, the Jewish people and the lovers of Israel who came out to push back on the message of Palestine, i.e. a destruction of Israel, to push back on the message of Hamas and ethnic cleansing and hate of Jews and anti-Semitism and Nazi-like ideology. I all the way respect you, my brothers and sisters, and I respect that you came out there so much. And I thank you in the name of Israel. And thank you for being part of the brotherhood and sisterhood. But I do have one comment, which is their slogan is free Palestine, or from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Your counter slogan is bring them home. That's it. Bring back our hostages and it's all over. We don't have a bigger vision of getting rid of the jihad from our land, from Gaza. We don't have a vision of a third temple in Yerushalayim. Are we afraid to say it? They're not afraid to say it. They call this whole war the Al-Aqsa flood. They're willing to flood us out in the name of Al-Aqsa, in the name of Jerusalem that they want to take over for their religion, in the ultimate cultural appropriation. And our whole message back is bring them home. That's it. That's what you got to say to them. Bring them home. Release the hostages and everything goes back to normal. And what about all the jihad in Judea and Samaria? What about Hezbollah, who's ready to fire 250,000 rockets at us? That's it? Bring them home? That's our whole message? Not free Israel from the river to the sea. Israel will be free. Not Jerusalem is our eternal capital, our third commonwealth, and that's where we're going to build the third temple. It's time to answer a big claim with a big goal. Their claim is that it's their land, that they're going to free Palestine, and we've got to make a big claim that this is our homeland. This is where we're going. This is what we're going to fight for. And it's not enough to just say, it's not enough to say, bring them home. Just give me back my hostages and everything goes back to normal. Absolutely not. We have a war here, and we have to be honest about what that war is. Let's keep going with the message that we hear out of Teaneck. And there's one more point that I want to make.
Bring them home! Bring them home now! Bring them home now! Bring them home now!
So two things about that. Bring them home now. Nobody's gonna give them to you. You're gonna have to liberate those hostages through war. You're gonna have to make war on the jihad and have zero tolerance for their hate, for their anti-Semitism. You got to fight them like you mean it. And the other thing is, maybe the bigger message of bring them home is bring home the American Jews of Teaneck, New Jersey. Maybe we need to have an exchange program, right? Where the pro-Palestine folks go to Palestine Way in Patterson, and the bring them home is really for the Jewish people of Teaneck, the believers, the Zionists, the brothers and sisters. We got a home for you here in the Holy Land. Not that you have to run away. Come build it. This is the dream of 2,000 years. I'm not saying you have to. I'm not saying you should run away. I'm saying you are welcome to. That's the real coming home. Bring them home. From the mouths of Teaneck Jews, I hear very strongly, we're coming home. We're coming home. We're coming home. And I always say to my brothers and sisters, first thing is just buy an apartment, buy a house, buy some property. And notice that the pro-Palestine folks want you to not buy property in Israel. They say, don't buy property in stolen land. I say, buy property in the land of Israel and tell them that we're coming home. That's what I'd like to see in Teaneck, New Jersey. We're coming home. Bring them home. Bring our brothers and sisters back home to the Holy Land. I want to finish off by saying thank you very much to the police there in Teaneck that are protecting the United States security services and the Teaneck, New Jersey police that is trying to keep everybody safe. I want to bless you guys to continue to stay safe. I want to bless America to stay safe and strong, and that country should be successful and well. And it's a great country, and there's many good things that country has done for the Jewish people. At the same time, there's nothing wrong with saying that if the Jewish people have been raised in Teaneck, New Jersey, and in freedom and in liberty, and with a wish in their heart to reconnect with the land of Israel, with Zion, there's nothing wrong with bring them home. Again, thank you to the police and all the folks out there. God bless you folks, wherever you are. Stay tuned to this channel. Lots more great stuff. Subscribe, and we send you blessings from the land of Israel. And be strong out there. Don't let the bad guys make a noise in their face. We're going to bring them home in the biggest way possible. We're going to bring it all the way to the third temple. Shalom.